Hi, my name is Suzanne Robichaud, and I'm making this video to make people more aware about elderly abuse. My sister committed the crime of elderly abuse, and so did her two sons. My mother had a stroke a few years back, and the doctor said that she couldn't live alone anymore, and so she begged my sister to quit her job and move in with her and take care of her so that she wouldn't have to go in a nursing home. So my sister did, and my mother gave her full access to her checking account, her savings account, her CDs, everything, her credit cards, all of it. My sister went through virtually all of her life savings, spent up all, maxed out the credit, almost maxed out the credit cards and the Sears card, and never even thought of, never even thought to consider about getting her a life alert. You know, I mean, hello. What about protecting your mother? You know, I can't make a long video. I made one earlier and it was turned down because it was too long, so I'll make short videos and kind of tell my story as I go along. But I got wind of it and I contacted the Adult Protection in New York. I live 1,400 miles away, so all I could do was be on the phone. And even if I was in New York, that's what I would have done. I would have called elderly abuse. And Adult Protection, and I called Adult Protection, and there was nothing they could really do unless my mother told them, because my mother, even though she has dementia, she's still considered of sound mind. You gotta virtually be out of your mind before they decide that you're not of sound mind. And I think it's ridiculous. They don't have a way of protecting families like mine, you know, highly dysfunctional families, and protecting the parents, the elderly, from, I'm not saying my mother was a great mother, how can you be if you come from a dysfunctional family? But I don't feel that she deserved what she got, you know. My sister, it took her, I guess, about a year and a half to go through just about all of her life savings, all right? She was able to return to work 6 months after my mother's stroke, but it didn't stop her from spending the money and shoveling money to Georgia where her son lives, and I know she was giving money to her other son too, you know. But my mother, last May I went to New York, and my mother, 86 years old, finally got the strength up to walk into family court and get a restraining order, and my sister was out of town during those 4 days that I went there. I went there for two reasons. I went there to see if I could help her help herself, and also to say my goodbyes, because I'm not a rich woman. I can't go visit her every time I want. But my mother's now safely tucked away in a nursing home where she really needed to be, and she's safe. You know, I just want her to be happy in her last days. I want her to be safe, and I don't want anybody to hurt her anymore. I don't know how my sister could justify, and even to this day she still doesn't think she did anything wrong, but you don't stand in your mother's face at 86 years old and call her a effing BIT and bang on tables and scream at her and threaten nursing homes and take her to a bar. She took her to a bar one night, got mad because my mother wanted to go home. It was nighttime. Next day, my sister actually told me that she took her to the bar, and I said, why would you take her to a bar? Oh, I wanted her to come out and party with me. I said, she's 86 years old. Oh, I know, she said, you know. This is just a little of my story because I'm afraid that the video won't be accepted because it'll be too long. I'll make other videos, but if anybody would like to contact me about this subject, that anybody out there that has suffered what I suffered, and believe me, I suffered, because after I got my mother safe, I wound up having anxiety attacks and I had to be hospitalized. I had a nervous breakdown. And it took a lot out of me. 6 months I had to listen to the horrors, and there was nothing I could do. I had to act like I was my sister's friend, that I was on her side, that I understood her, when I really didn't, and I still don't, and I never will. I will never understand how she could justify what she did to my mother, okay? But if anybody would like to contact me, I'm at CollieLover53 at colliehaven.com. Thank you for listening.